Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Charles Morris, and today is going to be, is this video, um, this is a bit of, talk coming from China. This, war on Ukraine is, completely unnecessary. The, Vice Foreign Minister of China, Li saying, is blaming NATO for the war on Ukraine, calling it a Cold War vestige. The Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Li is saying that China is on the right side of history and claiming that helping Russia, that they're in the right. And the foreign minister believes that, as time will tell, he believes that they are in the right to be helping and aiding Russia to help end the to help Russia with providing food and water and shelter and gas, that stuff. Just basically, they think they're in the right because they are helping a country, which is Russia. And Chinese foreign minister, is, well, the vice foreign minister of China is blaming NATO, and I would assume that that would also be the US, because we support our NATO allies. So, yeah, very, very crazy. In China, the video said that China is going all in on Russia, and it looks like that China wants to help Russia win this war, which clearly it is Ukraine, because we've got all these different weapons that are being shipped to help the Ukraine people fight for their safety, protection, and their democracy. Russia has no right to be taking Ukraine by force, which is what Vladimir Putin has said, that, which is, he believes that Russia, not Russia, but they believe that Ukraine has been created for Russia, and he has made this war and declared this unwanted war that the whole entire world has not even wanted at all. This war was absolutely not necessary for any purpose at all. And you just look at how many people have died in Ukraine at the hands of the Russian army, which is labeled as a terrorist group. And the whole entire Russian army is committing war crimes. And Vladimir Putin himself is committing war crimes. And they absolutely have no right to be continuing this war. And the time has come for Vladimir Putin to step down from power. And President Joe Biden has said this. And before I go even any further, I want to just say that the information that I actually was getting this from was Fox Business. So, about the Chinese foreign ministers and the vice Chinese foreign minister, this is coming from Fox Business. I hate how China thinks that they're on the right side while they want to remain like a neutral country, but yet help the people that are in need for, like struggling from sanctions and other basically from a basically helping the Russian troops that don't even have any like gas or fuel and are running out of weapons to still be fighting in Ukraine. It could be one big war once China gets involved, and who knows what would happen. End up sending that this just may happen, where China might just send troops to Ukraine to help the Russians fight off this war, which may end up happening. And the US has warned China that if they plan on aiding the Russians and that stuff, there's going to be major consequences, meaning China could also be sanctioned as much as Russia because Russia has made a mistake to help the enemy, or China's made a big mistake to help the enemy and help Russia accomplish its goal. And if China were to get sanctioned, the Chinese would the Chinese would probably suffer the same kind of sanctions that Russia is suffering. Like, on food. Whatever you necessarily would need for survival. That's how bad these sanctions would probably be. And, if China were to, continue to help Russia fight this war, the harsher the punishment that they would actually have. So, if China thinks that they are on the right side of history here, like I've said, the foreign Chinese Minister Wang Li has said that as time will tell, that China's on the right side of history. That's coming from the Chinese foreign minister. It's pretty crazy that China would think they're on the right side of history. But we're in a war here in Ukraine declared by Vladimir Putin. And these Russians, the Russian army, wants to kill every single civilian in Ukraine. They want total destruction done in Ukraine. And Vladimir Putin has called this a special operation. Which I don't look at this as a special operation. I look at this as Russia is, Vladimir Putin especially, committing an act of terrorism in Ukraine. I would not call that like some kind of special operation if it's a terrorist threat. So, don't get the wrong idea. It's not a special operation, but it's like a terrorist threat. And a bunch of civilians in Ukraine are getting killed, and there is destruction that is going on there in Ukraine. Now, the Russian army still has much of Ukraine to occupy, but Ukraine is starting to plan on pushing the Russian army back and getting the Russian army to surrender. And if China gets involved, then China may have to surrender as well. And the U.S. and other countries may have to talk with China and say, hey, we gave you guys a warning. You helped the Russians, so now you're going to have some serious consequences coming your way. And that would be it. China takes the action to help Russia. China will suffer the consequence. And China may also have to be sanctioned as well if they're going to be sending military equipment to Russia for the Russian troops to use in Ukraine. Just much, well, actually, well, I look at this as China wants to actually help a group of Russian troops that are running out of military weapons to fight the war in Ukraine that Vladimir Putin has declared the so-called special operation, he called it. And the Russian troops are running out of weapons and fuel, and Russia has called on China to help with the issue. And now China is pretty much going all in on Russia and help them in every possible way they can. And that's going to lead to consequences that China will have to face now that they have decided to take action, or if they decided to take action. And they're going to have a price to pay for helping the Russians. The U.S. has warned China to not interfere and help the Russians. Now, if they're taking the necessary action to help Russia, now they're going to have to deal with the consequence. And yeah, this was a video that I wanted to get out there, because it just, this is like very, very important. Like, China wouldn't be on the right side of history to help the Russians blow up the Ukrainians. There'd have to be, as much as Vladimir Putin would have to step down from power, the Chinese foreign minister and the vice foreign minister may have to give up their positions as well once China faces the consequences. And it could go downhill for China, not just Russia, but for China as well. The U.S. warned them to not help Russia. The consequences are going to come to China if they go all in on Russia and help the Russian troops in the Ukraine war. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what's said here, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, Charles Morse. And until my next video, this is Charles Morse. Have a good day. And, you know, China's going to have a price to pay if they help the Russian army in the Ukraine war. Have a good day. I will see you all later.